All right. We've said our piece, right? AI is done for today.
We're on to Tupperware now, which is a story people really care
your
about.
favorite.
This is a story people really be requesting.
Do you still use Tupperware for stuff?
I don't know if I have Tupperware brand or if it's no, I have Pyrex brand.
Oh, okay.
So the container is glass and the lid is plastic. I don't know. You've probably seen it.
Okay. So, yeah.
You might have it. It's just because with the glass, if you want to microwave it or something, you can just take the lid off in the same container. You can microwave it. So sometime a kid might take a lunch or something. He want to heat it up. And I don't know if they say that you can't be putting plastic in the microwave, right?
Yeah.
There's probably some fancy plastic you could do it with, but
you don't want to do it for
glass is fantastic.
that many times.
It gets heavy.
And it gets hot.
The glass gets heavy, you carry it around.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Tupperware probably got into glass as well.
Okay.
Either way, Tupperware is having some major issues. Tupperware has now issued another warning that it may go out of business completely. And this is a brand that for some reason people have, well, I guess it's like a lot of things. You have a fond, nostalgic kind of connection to it. And it's one of the few brands that created a category around its name where people would actually look at a competing product and say, oh,
Tupperware is the one.
Put it in a Tupperware. And you're just like, you know what that item is?
Like Q-tips or Kleenex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just know what the item is based on the brand name. And so you never expect brands like that to run into such difficulties. But apparently, they've been a little bit slow to adapt as a brand. They used to do Tupperware parties, actual marketing door to door. You'd have representatives in the neighborhood and stuff. And they struggled to move away from that model. Even something as, and I read about this, even something as dumb as using catalogs to sell things, they would use printed catalogs to reach their customers. But in this time of rampant inflation, it meant they couldn't change prices. And so they had this catalog printed at the beginning of the year, and all of a sudden their costs went up a lot because of whatever, COVID or supply chain or just inflation. And it wasn't dynamic as selling online. And then they never got onto Amazon, and they were just a little bit slow in this thing. And now things have been going downhill a little bit. You see some discounts on the website here. The brand is going to exist. It's a question of if the current company as it's structured exists outside of some sort of acquisition from some other company that aims to use the brand in a different way. It's like these other brands we've seen passed around from like brands like Polaroid has belonged to 100 different companies at this point that continues trying to reimagine and reinvent how people interact with that brand. Tupperware, it might not be so drastic, but the stock has been just falling off a cliff as that graph indicates over here. This was yesterday or a couple days ago, April 10th. You can see $1.24. Tupperware's future is anything but sealed. You like that, Will? The company has now tapped Bank Moelis & Co., a Chicago-based law firm, Kirkland & Ellis, to look into options for its nearly $700 million in long-term debt. Apparently, they made some deals with like big box stores, some contracts around like certain inventory requirements, and they're left holding the bag here. The company's stock closed down almost 49% Monday.
Brutal.
The brand is 80 years old, and they're now going on Amazon and Target, and they're trying to go into cooking gadgets. Click on the article just below there. We needed to evolve. This was actually written, I think, about a year ago, and they were already realizing at that point, this is May 6, 2022, they were realizing at that point, like, oh boy, we got to go fast here because they saw things dipping hard. And you can see back then the stock had plunged 40% to $10. And at the time they were saying lockdowns in China, Russia, Ukraine war. It's crazy that that's like a year ago at this point.
I guess people working from home, they wouldn't need Tupperware to bring to work or anything, right? So that might have impacted.
What's crazy, if you look at 2021, 80% of the company's sales, which was still $1.6 billion, still came from direct selling channels. Tupperware parties. Like, that's crazy that thing hung on as long as it did in that formula. In the digital age, after multiple years of sales declines, it became clear we needed to evolve to offer consumers ways to reach our products in the ways they choose to shop. Yeah, that changed a little bit over the past couple of years, the way that people choose to shop. I think the brand still has, like, awareness. You can see people are asking me to talk about it over here. People know what Tupperware is, so they'll find a way. The brand will find a way to stick around. Maybe not in this current formulation.
They have an extensive catalog.
Extensive catalog.
Man, all these different types, collaborations with Disney.
Hey, man.
Different colors.
Hey, man.
I don't mind it.
It's tough to compete, though. You look at these prices. Look at that Tupperware Ultra Clear 2.2 liter container, $35.
This is $200.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
For a 7-piece set of containers.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Oh, man.
You go on Amazon, now you understand why it could be trouble. They were used to high margins and a totally different sales technique. Going door to door or whatever, or even just selling through their website exclusively instead of having to go compete in places where other products are available that are probably going to be a lot cheaper. But yeah, this stuff will surprise you, the pricing on this stuff. Here you have one of their travel mugs, $52. They're pitching themselves as like a premium brand over here.
What the heck? Whoa, that's weird. Having a stock option here?
Yeah. Like maybe they'll never make it again, or...
Yeah, it's like hurry up, buy now.
Well, it seems encouraging when it's like 4 left. You're like, oh, damn, let me get one. Yeah. But 124 left, I'll come back later.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I'll come back later.
So, okay, yeah. That's it, right?
Yeah, they went premium with it. No, that's it for now. I don't know. I guess we'll follow up if they actually go under.
Okay, Tupperware talk.
If they actually go under. No, I mean, people will listen, man. Who else is going to talk about it? Well, we're the guys. We buy high, we sell low.
I'm on it.
Who's going to come with the Tupperware news? It's us. It's our responsibility. It goes into one. It's one of our categories. Yeah. Don't you dare suggest that was regrettable time spent on the internet, because it wasn't. Because now you know.
Not.
Now you can go in real life. You can utilize that information. It's not financial advice, but you could utilize that information. Even if it's just in conversation, you hear about, Tupperware. Maybe you go talk to your grandma or something.
Remember the Tup?
Grandma, you don't know what's going on with Tupperware. Oh. Bridging the gap, bringing the generations together.